What's up everyone? Welcome once again to the channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and today we are officially starting the Binibining Pilipinas 2025 pageant season here on the channel, as I will be sharing with you guys my early favorites of this year's competition. Now, if you've been on the loop, you know that Binibining Pilipinas officially introduced the new 34 candidates only a couple of days ago, like 2 days ago. I actually went to Araneta for this, but I was late, so I didn't get to see the girls coming out, only a couple of them. But regardless, based on the photos and the portraits that we have been presented, I will be sharing with you guys those who managed to stand out the most, in my humble opinion. You already know the drill. As usual, if you enjoy this type of content, please go ahead and drop a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It really makes a huge difference. And most importantly, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. All right, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Let me tell you this right away, okay? Any of the ladies who made the cut, who are on this list, are in no particular order. These are just first impressions based on the photos and whatnot. So I'm just gonna be sharing those ladies who managed to capture my attention, capture my eye, and make me feel a little bit more interested in their backgrounds and whatnot. The first Binibini that I would like to highlight is number 30. Her name is Blessy Villablanca, representing Antique. And honestly, what I really liked about her is that she is not only beautiful and polished, but she also has this very relatable, very likable type of beauty. Also, since this is judging on first impressions and I am kind of jumping to conclusions, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a well-trained girl because she has the pageant hands, you know? So I feel like she does know her technique, which makes me excited to see what she will offer on the stage of Binibining Pilipinas. Up next, we have Binibini 36. Her name is Dalia Barde Katab, representing Las Piñas. And how can she not be a standout? I mean, just look at the radiant smile, radiant skin, the bright eyes, the very dark, saturated, long hair, eyebrows, eyes, you name it. I honestly think that it's just the energy and the overall aura that she is giving on the photo that made me feel like, ooh, this girl has something special. And also, you know, once again, I just want to get a little bit into the technicalities. I appreciate the pose. You can feel here that the hand on the waist and the way that the shoulders are so straight, so confident. It just says a lot about the contestant, right? A newbie or a girl that is kind of more on the shy side or on the insecure side wouldn't have this type of presence. So already off the bat, this sets the bar really high. And of course, with that bar comes my expectation as well. Let's talk about Binibini 28. Her name is Maria Alexandra Mata, representing Tarlac Province. And listen, I have never seen a girl in a pageant with a high ponytail who does not perform. So again, I know I'm jumping to conclusions. These are first impressions, but I thought, you know, in terms of the styling and everything, it just gives you a glimpse into who the girl is, what she has to offer, and potentially what she is going to do on stage, right? We know that there are different crowns for Binibini, and again, that's something that I will talk on my other video about Binibini, the expectations and what I want to see in the upcoming pageant. But of course, the branding of the girl is going to be an essential aspect of her journey, especially when it comes to selecting which crown she will be picked for. I don't know if this is necessarily the styling for a Miss International in terms of the hair, but in terms of makeup and aura, I think that she will be a good fit. Well, allegedly, there are other crowns as well, so we'll see what happens. But Miss Alexandra, you gave me a good first impression, and I hope that the ponytail does imply indeed great performance. Well, let's move on now to Binibini 19. Her name is Maria Andrea Endico, representing Quezon Province. And I mean, I don't have to sugarcoat it. There's just something about morenas. I have a soft spot for morenas, and this girl represents exactly what I love about beauty of women from the Philippines. I mean, look at the buttery smooth skin, the beautiful smile, the beautiful eyes, the perfect flawless makeup, and honestly, the pageant hair is also giving. I really like her type of beauty because it is relatable. It's the type of beauty that I feel like I can go outside on the street and find beautiful girls like this, and not something that has been necessarily overly done, if you get what I'm saying. Maybe mentally she is taking me back to Angelica Lopez, and that's why, you know, I kind of gravitated towards her. But I don't know, I feel like she is one of the most beautiful girls in the batch for sure, and I cannot wait to see what she's going to do on stage. Hopefully deliver a killer performance. I know you are waiting for me to talk about her. We have Binibini 25, Katrina Ann Johnson, representing Davao Province, and as we all know, Katrina is no newbie at Binibining Pilipinas. As a matter of fact, previously she was part of the top 5 of the competition. So I really love a story of a queen that is coming back with something to prove, who has clear objectives and that has clearly worked on herself to make sure that she aligns with those goals and those objectives. It's undeniable that Katrina embodies the essence of Binibini. It's undeniable that she is also the prototype for Miss International, although a lot of people love to say that there is no prototype. There are things that make you more likely to win the Miss International crown, right? I feel like she's coming back exactly with all of those things. First, I love the confidence, I love the aura, easy breezy, sweet yet stylish type of persona. I love the pageant hair, I love the confident smile. I just simply love, you know? So I cannot wait to see where Katrina is gonna take it this time around, and hopefully, why not, go home with one of the crowns. I really hope so. I'm crossing my fingers for her. Moving on, we have Binibini 22, Ana Carez de Mesa, who of course representing Batangas province. And listen, I am a little bit familiar with Ana because she has competed in other pageants before, so she is no newbie. I met her even in person when she was competing at Miss Manila. So Ana is honestly no newbie to this. I do think that she is extremely beautiful, and up until now, my brain cannot comprehend how she has not been able to represent the Philippines internationally at least an international pageant. But who knows, this might be her time. I feel like Ana is a little bit more on the very, very feminine energy type of vibes. You know, she's very soft-spoken. She's a girly girl. So of course, I think we need to take that into consideration regarding which pageant she will be a better fit for if she was to be sent internationally. But I have no doubt in my mind, no question, that this girl is prepared. She has the experience. She has walked the walk. And hopefully, this time around at Binibini will be her time. What do you think? Are you excited for her? Moving on, let's talk about Binibini 13. Her name is Annabelle Mae Valerio, representing San Mateo, Rizal. And I feel like you can copy-paste my comment from the previous Morena and apply it here as well. I just love the overall look, the overall essence. She actually reminds me a little bit to our reigning Binibining Pilipinas title holder, Myrna. There's something going on with the facial structure, the smile, and the eyes that are very reminiscent of Myrna, which is always a compliment. Always, always, always a compliment in my book. The extremely saturated black hair with polished makeup, beautiful smile. This girl pretty much has the whole package. One thing that might be underrated, but I do appreciate, is that sometimes in this type of industry, sometimes, you know, having fair skin, it's kind of considered to be an advantage. I actually love the fact that she doesn't run away from her morena skin, in that if anything, through her makeup, she is highlighting, she is enhancing, she is making her skin glow and shine, which to me makes her look like a crown contender already. So please, let's keep up this energy and bring also the performance. I mean, performance, a morena who can perform on stage is always a threat. All right, let's talk about Binibini 32. Her name is Joanne Marie Thornley, representing Pampanga. And listen, if I have learned one thing about the Philippines and, you know, the different provinces and the places and how the girls perform, Pampanga has some fierce queens, right? I mean, our very own Miss Globe Philippines from last year, Jasmine Bungay, represented Pampanga. So of course, Joanne is in a way her successor. She is aiming for the Miss Globe crown or the Miss International crown. Honestly, I really love her styling here, going with straight hair, dark eyes, still adding a little bit of warmth with contouring, the bronzer, glossy lips, which tells me a lot about what type of girl she is. And already based on all of those things, the expectation is really up there. You know, my hope is honestly that all of these girls, not just Joanne, but all of the girls here on the list and in the competition, can deliver a killer performance. I feel like that Binibini could definitely benefit from this type of events, you know, just bringing a little bit more of the hype and the fun to the pageantry. So I'm gonna count on these girls, I mean, of course, the ones on my list, but all of the delegates to give us an unforgettable pageant season. We are almost heading towards the end, but I still have a couple of girls that I want to highlight. Of course, Binibini 18, Miss Kathleen Enid Espenido, representing Siargao, and she is actually our reigning Miss Fit Philippines 2024. I'm really excited to see this girl compete, to see what she can deliver, because technically speaking, she is a national title holder. Right before that, she was also part of Pinoy Big Brother. So this is a girl who has a track record in pageantry, but also in media. So I'm expecting the performance, but also expecting confidence and being at ease in front of the camera and being able to really capture people's attention. I mean, not just in terms of her eloquence, but also in terms of the entertainment factor of it. Also, we have to acknowledge that the girls who have competed before at Miss Fit Philippines and that eventually end up transitioning to Binibining Pilipinas or Miss Universe Philippines always have the performance down. They always have the physique down. They're always facially beautiful, precisely because Miss Fit Philippines is such a good school for that. You know, they get really prepared, they get really fit, they really focus on their appearance. So whenever they go and compete at other pageants, the girls usually bring nothing less than excellence. So the bar is really high for Kathleen, but let's see how she handles it. Let's continue with Binibini 12. Her name is Francesca Beatriz Abalajon, representing Aklan province. I mean, just look at her. I really love the facial structure here. It's so lovely, it's so plump, the cheekbones are giving, the jawline is great, the neck is amazing, and I love that the makeup just so softly and so subtly complements all of those things. I mean, very, very fierce eye, but other than that, very subtle lip, very warm tones, which also complement, of course, the hair, giving us the waves of the pageant world, but also keeping it kind of, you know, a little bit more on the conservative side, a little bit more toned down. So of course, because of her type of beauty and the energy that she is transmitting, I am expecting quite a lot from this girl. So most definitely a standout. And now, last but not least, definitely the girl that a lot of you are waiting for and that some of you have been DMing me about her. Let's talk about Binibini 7, our dear Annabelle Mae McDonnell, representing Iligan City. I mean, this is the comeback that we have all been waiting for. Honestly, I was kind of expecting a comeback from Annabelle at Miss Universe Philippines, since that is, you know, where she kind of like started and grew within the national pageant arena. But I can kind of understand why she will go for Binibining Pilipinas. I mean, after all, it is the pageant with the longest lasting legacy in the country. It's a very prestigious organization, and the titles at stake are also very reputable, you know? Annabelle has a very specific type of beauty. She is Filipina, but then she also has that ambiguous look, as in like she could look a little bit foreign as well. So it's the type of beauty that is appreciated not only in the Philippines, but also abroad, which is in a way a little bit of a strength. She is most definitely experienced in the country on a regional, national, and international level. Let's not forget, she represented the Philippines after all at Miss Charm. So out of all of the girls in this batch, I do think that Annabelle is perhaps the one that has a little bit of a legacy that she needs to live up to. She has something to prove to herself. But in fairness, I don't feel like Annabelle will be getting any unfair advantage this time around, considering that the batch of girls is so extremely strong. Only time will tell. The beauty is most definitely there. The experience is there. So all it takes now is for Annabelle to be able to conquer the hearts of the pageant fans and of course the selection committee of Binibining Pilipinas 2025. Alright guys, quite honestly, there are no disappointments in this year's batch of the competition. There is not one candidate that I feel is out of place. All of the Binibinis are beautiful and I cannot wait to see how the judges will select this year's title holders. So let me know down below, who are you rooting for? Did your favorite make my list or not? And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, stay safe and be kind to one another.